Welcome back. Addiction is a huge topic these days in society, so we thought we would spend some time speaking with Paris Windsor. She is with the Foothills Recovery Center in Salmon Arm, a beautiful facility that offers a whole bunch of stuff. You're very welcome, and thank you for coming back to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, how are things there?
Really good. We're full right now, which is awesome, and not so awesome, but I mean, the problem's always there, so...
Better to be treating people.
Exactly. Better be treating people than having them out blowing up their lives, so to speak, right?
How do you guys do things differently? I know there's several topics you want to talk about, but you guys do things differently.
We do. A lot of the feedback that we get from our clients, and we've talked about it here before, is that it's very much a smaller, more intimate setting. They boast about the family feel, that it's a home as opposed to being institutionalized, and they really like that. It's like being, you know, at first they're nervous and then it's home. Yeah.
How many people do you take at a time, and what kind of addictions do you deal with?
The most that we have is 6 beds, but we also have a day program, so we can have up to about 8 people. Sorry, what was the other question?
And what was it? How many people do you take, and what kind of addictions do you guys deal with?
So substance, so alcohol and any kind of drug.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And so we have pictures. So we had you on before Christmas with similar pictures, but it is a beautiful home.
Yeah, it's a really nice home.
Yes.
Yeah, it's great. It's beautiful. So what I want to share a little bit about is the wellness portion. So we have an acupuncturist that comes once a week, Nicole Green. We have Dr. Steen and Dr. Carolyn Jones that come once a week. Dr. Steen does lectures. Dr. Jones treats their medical concerns. And then we have a massage therapist, Ann Briggs, who comes once a week as well. So we really take care of that wellness portion. I lead yoga and meditation, and we do a circuit workout in our gym every day. Every client gets their own private room. We have cooks who come and make super delicious and nutritious, well-balanced meals. I see there a gym that we have.
Do clients leave the property at any point during their stay? I know that you have different lengths of stays, but is that something that you do as well?
Yeah, so we have a 30, 60, and 90-day program. Some choose to stay in second stage, and just to have that safety net. They're able to go, but they have to kind of check in. They're allowed to work. We don't have a lot of extra beds for that, so it's not a big portion of it. And as opposed to going off on their own, they can go for walks in pairs.
Yes.
Otherwise, not that we don't trust people, we don't trust addiction, and we understand how powerful it is. So people, when they come to us, they are with a support worker or a counselor or someone 24/7.
Okay.
Yeah, just to protect them, right?
Absolutely. What do you see are the biggest struggles with people breaking addictions, and what are the hardest things for people to come off of?
You know, I think stigma, the stigma that society still puts on people is so huge. It's so silly because we would never judge anyone or get mad at them for having heart disease or cancer. And yet addiction is a disease that people are powerless over. And when they're ignorant to the fact of what they have, then they're not making proper choices. But once people realize, then they're in a position to actually make choices.
Sure.
And so if they choose to go back out after they realize what they're doing, it's kind of like someone who's diabetic though, right? Do they always stay away from all the sweets? No, they don't, right? But here's the thing, if people come in and we teach them what they need to do to treat their disease, but they go out just with knowledge and they don't apply it, it would be like me telling you how to work a syringe for your insulin, but then you actually never put it in, right? So you would stay sick. So people come and they learn, and so we really encourage them that treatment is about discovery. Discovering what they need to do, who they are, what their underlying issues are, and yet then going out, they need to create a maintenance for ongoing recovery. It's a lifelong process.
Can you put people into contact with what they might need on the outside once they're back living in the outside world?
Absolutely. Yeah, there's a few things that are in place with support groups in the communities so that we can phone them and people can actually take them out and then take them to meetings, and then they continue to go and have that support group. It's really important. And we also have a family program so that when they're because, you know, they come and they get changed, and they learn all these things and they go back into the same environment. So we have, you know, husbands or parents or children, loved ones that can come and learn about the disease aspect, learn about their codependency and how they've contributed to it, and offer that space to be able to do a little bit of therapy where they can say honestly how your using has affected me.
Sure, and
right?
that's key.
Yeah, it really is. So then there's a healing that takes place,
Right.
which is one of my favorite pieces actually, is doing the family part. Yeah. Yeah.
It sounds like a fantastic facility. How long do most people stay? Do they usually do a 30-day or longer?
Well, 30 is really quick. It goes by really fast.
Yeah.
60 is not too bad, but statistics have showed that 90 days
Is the best chance.
is the best. Yeah.
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 And do you have a detox facility, or do people have to be detoxed
We
already?
can, yeah, no, we have the proper zoning and we have the staff there for a proper
Okay.
protocol, as long as it's not high risk. Alcoholism is one of the dangerous things to detox from, right? So you have to be very careful. People can have seizures and die. So if it's a high risk thing, we say, nope, go to the hospital, have 24/7 care. But yeah, like opiates, it's a rough detox, but it's not gonna kill you, right?
Is the alcohol detox rougher than any sort of drug detox?
No, you know what? I think opiate is harder to get through.
Okay.
You're more sick, but alcoholism is more high risk. It can be deadly. Same with
Okay.
benzos, right?
Yeah.
So depending on that, we have protocols for depending on what drug you're coming off of.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we're nearing the end. We have about a minute to talk. But for people who are sitting at home watching this thinking, I know somebody who could benefit from this,
Yeah.
but I'm not going to make that call, what would you say? Would you say just call and talk to us?
Well, you
or-
know what? First contact usually is family or
Yeah,
a loved one.
sure.
That's who I usually talk to
Sure.
and get an email from. Then I say, give them the information. Then I say, hey, direct your loved one to watch or go and look at the website. We have some videos on there that we have our own testimonials. You know, we've walked this walk as well. So they can go on and say, hey, they understand, they've been through it, they have the knowledge and education to help us, and then get that person to make a call to us as well.
Right,
Yeah.
because the credibility is there, right? If you guys have been through it
Yeah.
yourselves, you
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah.
I really feel like we've had a good run here. We've been able to
too.
really
Yeah.
talk about it. And
Yeah, it's
it just
awesome.
sounds like you're doing great things there. So
Thank you.
thank
Yeah,
you for
it's
being
really
here
good.
today.
Thanks, Susan.
Yeah.
All right.
There is information on the screen. Certainly take note of those phone numbers. If you would like to make a call, ask some questions, you're certainly welcome to do that. As Paris mentioned, it's usually a family member or a close friend that makes the call first. So
Yeah.
don't be afraid to make that call.
Yeah.
We're back after a quick break. Stay with us.